everyone! So today I wanted to talk about some of the extra school, after school activities that we've signed our kids up for since we've been living in Japan. So at first we had our boys do taiko, which is like Japanese drums. So my kids were doing that for a while and they liked it at first, but then they got a little bit bored because where we were going to, it was like the same song every week, so they get tired, and it was also later than we normally stay up at night. I found like a lot of the activities for children start about 7 or 8 o'clock at night and they run for like an hour or hour and a half. So on a school night, like my boys were a little bit tired and then we have to drive all the way back home. So they decided they didn't like taiko anymore and I was a little sad, but we ended up finding a friend who suggested, what about Kendo? And I was like, Kendo, I think I've seen that like at an anime convention before. And she's like, yeah, you know, the kids with the swords and everything. And I'm like, oh yeah, boys love swords or sticks and chasing each other. So I thought that sounded like a good idea. So we ended up putting our boys in Kendo. So our boys started Kendo about, I want to say like 8 months ago. And at the time, my one son was 6 years old, now 7, and my other son is 4. So at first, they were really excited about Kendo. They didn't really know what to expect. So for our Kendo class, like they typically spend like 15 minutes at the beginning and in a circle, and they do like their exercises together, which is fun. They do their exercises and the teachers always try to switch it up and make it funny, just to keep the little ones entertained. Like hopping on one foot, I thought was a very simple activity, but apparently with a sword in your hand it can be difficult with balance. So they try to switch it up a little bit so it's not the same thing every time. And then afterwards they pretty much practice like their drilling and their different fightings, because there's 3 different spots that they hit, and they're teaching the kids like the proper footing and all of that stuff. Now my son that's 7 is now in 1st grade, which is the beginning of elementary school in Japan. So that's when he got his helmet and his chest plate and all the other pieces, hand guards. So now he's got like the full uniform. So he's had to practice a lot this last like 2 months about like how to put on the men and the men towel and how to tie everything. So it's been challenging. He's learning, and it's just a learning process every day for them. But yeah, it's really interesting to see Japanese culture and to experience that. I'm sure in America, maybe we probably have Kendo classes, obviously, because I've seen them at like an anime convention before. But I just thought it was really interesting since we're in Japan. Might as well have our kids try like a Japanese sport or activity while we're here. And both of my boys do speak Japanese because they've been going to Japanese school for 3 years. So for them, it's a little bit easier because they obviously understand what the teachers are saying. And for us, where we go to do Kendo, it's actually free. So it costs us no money, and they have classes 3 days a week. So they have classes on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Tuesdays and Thursdays are only for 1 hour, which is great because they have school the next day. Saturday is actually, I believe, 2 hours, but we usually leave after an hour or an hour and a half, depending on if the kids are starving or if they're just tired or not. And the only expense we've had for Kendo so far was to buy like the whole kit, and the bag and the swords. Yeah, so that was about it. So yeah, so definitely you should check out Kendo. I'm going to post some videos of my son doing Kendo. Now he's new to wearing the uniform, so he's still trying to get the hang of it. But yeah, I hope you enjoy it. So thanks, please like and subscribe.